What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for the fill. This is Prizm Retail Pull. I'm sorry, almost said Blasters. Prizm Retail Football. $10 player break number 1, guys. We did add in number 2 in the store. One of the things I do want to make sure I mention before we start ripping cards open, guys, we do have a $25 bounty. And that's for any true green ice in here. So there is going to be about 2 to 3 green ices per box. Usually you get 1 exclusive green ice and you get like 1 or 2 insert green ices. To get the $25 bounty, it needs to be the true green ice. Inserts do not count for the bounties, guys. So just to make sure that I'm clear before anybody else here has any questions on it, inserts do not count for the bounty. It needs to be the true. But yeah, the good thing is every box guaranteed has 1 true. So you're going to have 10 different bounties. Never had a box that didn't have one, so you guys are safe from any potential coalition issues. It's probably going to take me about 20 minutes to open packs. So now's a good time for you guys to potty break. Yeah. The true would just be the green ice parallel of the card itself. Yeah. So it's going to just be, it's going to look like this, but just with the green ice. Because the other ones are all inserts. They're prismatics. They're emergents, all like that. So those won't count for the bounties. They're gonna be like fireworks, green ices, all of that does not count for the bounty. Guys, after this break, we're gonna push the 2021 Optic Blaster full case. We're gonna push those through, guys. That's been in the store for a minute. I got Select International on the screen. I have the Prizm Player Break number 2. It's not gonna hit the screen, but it's there. You get 3 checkerboards per case on this product. Oh, nice, Stain. Hell yeah. I mean, hell, if it gets really close, shit, I'll push another one. Guys, attack you guys, 2021 Optic Blasters. The last case was actually really good. You do have on-card autographs in the product if we hit the true rookies. If not, you do have signature series. You have hollows, and you're looking for the checkerboards. Checkerboards on that product is massive. Checkerboards in the Optic, that's the Ant-Man, LaMelo, Maxey, Halliburton, Vassell, and Bain years. So we're going to make a nice push on that on Select International as well. New channel? New channel. Where's my new channel, Motown? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between hammer and cheese. Just because that kind of matches my personality. But it's probably going to end up being hand pay hammer. But I really like hammer and cheese. I think that was kind of cool. No, so Rogers, 2021 Optic Blasters, the Ant-Man year. That has the rare checkerboards. That's very hard, and they're not guaranteed in a case. They're exclusive in that product is the purple optics and the hollows. The purple's the exclusive. If you hit a rookie on card autograph, the true rookie autos are on card. Too long. Too long, Spice Chicks. Too long. My brother said hammer and cheese, and I really liked it. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because Mrs. Hammer could be cheese. Of course, Rogers. Select International has Dragon Scales. So Select has been a really solid break for us as well. There's RPAs in Select. That's the only autos that they have in that. But the Dragon Scales, if we hit one, we haven't hit one yet. Those are numbered to 8. So if you hit a Dragon Scale Wemby or something like that, that's beyond 4 figures. If it's the court side, I mean, you're really well into the 4 figures. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just hand pay just seems so like, I mean, you know, it's generic, but it needs to kind of like, you know, it kind of needs to be, I guess, gaming related, kind of. Not everybody has it, like Bretsky, them, and a couple other influencers. I know they don't have it. But I was like, hammer and cheese would be perfect because I could have like a cheeseburger logo or something. I could have a cheeseburger logo. I could have a Philly cheesesteak logo. I could have grilled cheese logo. No, right, that's what I mean. Yeah, right, like hammer hit. Yeah, right, like we tried hammer slots, hammer hits. So I was like, oh, hammer vision sounded kind of good, kind of universal. Hammer feet, that's not terrible. MC Hammer for a slots page? That'd be hammer robbery. I'm not gonna go rob a bank. But if by the bank you mean the casino, I would love to. Hot hammer and cheese. Oh, we were talking about hammer links too, but I don't want to sound like a sausage. I didn't want to sound like a sausage. You know, because people are going to think of like the little smokies. And I don't want them to question my manhood. Because I'm definitely bigger than a little smoky. Thank you very much. I'm much larger. At least twice as large as a little smoky, okay? At least twice the size. Trust me, I measured before. Hammer extra spin, hammer holds, max hammer. Probably not, Weave. Probably not, because I don't have the boxes here. These are not. What up, Jeremy? What's up, Stacks? Get you guys money. What up, Mark? Yeah, we were talking about like hammer hits. I kind of liked hammer vision. Kind of cool, because like when you think of like hammer, and when you think of like vision, like, you know, the vision is to, you know, the vision is the goal. To, you know, walk away with profit, or the, you know, I even thought about hammer eats. Like, you know, that's kind of cool. Like, you know, I'm going to go eat at the casino so I could do food and I could, you know, I could eat up the slot machine. So we were kind of talking about that. So I don't know. Hammer feast. Yeah, right. Because I'm a big boy. So, you know, people like fat people, you know. I'm fat. I'm talking about myself here. Look at some of the best comics. Gabriel Iglesias. He's a little fluffy. I could be Hammer Fluffy, I guess. Where's all my branding experts? I need some business consultations. I'm 275, Turner. I'm 275. Heaviest I've ever been was like close to 280. There is checkerboard series. The Michelin Man! Wow, Shaddy! Did you just call me the Michelin Man? Hammer pushes buttons. That's kind of funny, but I don't only push buttons. Well, see, okay, but it's funny because it's just funny because that's why. So when my brother told me hammer and cheese, when he told me you cannot get the red and black in this, Joe, not in the retail. Yes, Jeremy, we tried to do Hammer Montana. It's taken. Somebody has it. Those bastards. Somebody has Hammer Montana already. No. So I need something like, I need a one-liner that we talked about it too. That's why I said hammer and cheese was kind of cool. Like it was kind of perfect because it was like it's random enough to match my personality because it's random, but at the same time like it's kind of food related because of the cheese. So you know, if I'm eating at the oyster bar, like I was eating the oyster bar yesterday, and I have content about that, that's cool. But then also at the same time, like, you know, if I'm getting, you know, the ham oyster. That's why we were saying Hammer Eats. We were joking about Hammer Eats. But people might think I'm doing food reviews. Teddy's off today, Barnes. So Teddy's off today. They'll be on the rest of the week, though. Tuesday through Saturdays. So their channel went to 5 days. So did this channel. This channel is 5 days as well. All right. Perfect. Right at the 20-minute mark. Hitting with the what up, Rams fan? I saw your name in this earlier. I was happy to see you. My brother? I'll beat him up for you, Turner. Let's go, guys. Good luck. Good to see you, too. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to this channel, Rams. This channel, we do a little bit of everything. Primarily retail, but we are doing more hobby products. The hobby products that I do is for baseball, basketball, and football. It's just of lesser form. So we're not really going to do a lot of full cases of hobby products. But we'll do them by like the 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. Rams, that was so long ago. You know, it's funny. Every time I talk to you, I remember the Rice and Montana auto out of Impeccable. Right? Impeccable? Number to 25 or number to 15? Hammerland's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's actually one we were talking about. I had Hammerville. I had Hammerville. We had Hammer Hustle, Vision, Wins, Bets, Wagers. I had Hammerville. We had Hammerlicious. Hello, Hammer. That's actually not terrible, Shani. Trust me, like when it comes to picking a name for something, I take days to like pick a name, but once I pick it, I'm good. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. It depends what kind of food variety they offer, Burrow. Do they have a taste for the Asian cuisines, you know? Japanese cuisines, Chinese cuisines, Taiwanese, Thai cuisine, Filipino cuisine. It just depends, you know? First checkerboard is Andrews. Polk rookie. Richard Kittle. So this is a green ice insert. This does not count towards the bounty. It's got to be the true. Every box has at least one true green ice. Anthony Gold rookie checkerboard. No, I don't, you know, I'll be honest, I don't get out much, JKL. Hammer and nails. Hammer and nails. Do eats with a backward E? What do you mean? What do you mean, Rogers, with a backwards E? Can you spell that out for me? Nice Penix. Again, this is not the bounty. That's the prismatic insert. We had Hammer Magic. We did have that on the list, but it didn't sound good. It didn't sound too good. No, I need like a one-liner, like that's a lot. Hammer goes to the casinos and eats some foods. You think Instagram's gonna let me have that kind of name? Here's a bounty. And it's a Chiefs, and it's a rookie. And Carson Steele wins $25. That's the green ice bounties right there. Carson Steele wins $25. I'll add it at the end of your break. Brett Favre green ice. That does not win a bounty. That's a nice Hurts. Hammer the picker. You guys are all trying so hard. I love you guys. Ham Machine. That's kind of cool. Shani, you're really getting into it. Hammer Pounder. Hammer My Pickle. McCaffrey Silver. True Green Ice. Got to be the True Green Ice. We don't have True Greens in this. So you see how this one had like 3 inserts? The inserts don't count towards the bounty. Yeah, we tried that all day, not so much high stakes. We tried, it's a little bit too long. That's why we were doing something like Hammer Wagers, Hammer Bets, Hammer Eats. Hammer and Cheese was about the longest that we could do. Dude, this is awesome. How about an error of Drew Bledsoe? Do you guys see that on the camera? That's a pretty massive error. Look at the checkerboards. Look at what it looks like and look at what it's supposed to look like. That's pretty sick on the Bledsoe. There's like all kind of hazing on that card. It's crazy. First time I ever saw an error on that. First time. Quorum. Nice CD Lamb on the checkerboards. Another Penix. Penix with a couple of insert green ices. Yeah, we were doing Hammer Hits. We kind of liked Hammer Hits. I liked Hammer Vision. I liked Hammer Eats. But everybody really likes Handpay Hammer. Saquon wins $25. You did speak it into existence. Saquon, $25. Spoke that into existence. That's number 1. JJ Green Ice. Hammer Light. I said this is for wagering, Sandoval. For wagering. Nice Jordan Travis. Hammer Starfish. I assume you mean you're talking about Patrick from SpongeBob. Not the rear end. Not the rear end starfish. Go. Nikki, you might have to remind me towards the end, Nikki. God, his Bledsoe looks so faded. It's funny. Okay, cool. If you guys know you guys want to grade, you guys can start sending the emails. Obviously, I know you're going to wait for the end of the break, though, in case you got others. But yeah, just stay with me towards the end, guys. Right, I can't do Hammer. We tried doing it. We tried doing it differently, too, like Hammer TYME. So we tried Hammer Time. We didn't try Hammer Light. Not going to do that. That would be kind of funny, though. Yeah, absolutely, Balraj. So what you're going to do is write down the email right below that's scrolling below me right now. You're going to email psagrading@theblez.com. You're going to reference the card you hit or the cards you hit, the break number that you got it from. So you're going to say Prizm Retail, pick your player number 1. And then you're going to tell them your username, which in your case is Balraj, so that's easy. Jordan Travis and Saquon for that. Got it. Yeah. No. Hose is gonna be when I lose. When I lose, it's gonna be when it's hose. Don't worry, I got a bunch of catchphrases. Don't worry. I got the catchphrases down. I got the catchphrases down for sure. Bowers Green Ice insert. Dante Culpepper. Jags texted me a good one. Jags texted me yesterday. He's like, oh, shirtless slots. Keenan. I was like, oh, that is a pretty good one. I remember a couple of times. Hammer Stacks. We came up with something similar to that. I think it was Hammer Stacks. It was funny though because we were yeah, Jags texted me shirtless slots and I was like, I remember when I was younger, I hit back-to-back yo's on the Pacheco wins $25. I hit back-to-back 11s on the craps table and I parlayed it. So I hit like 800 in front of all my friends. And I was much younger at the time. I took off my shirt and I was like, yeah! Fucking security swarmed me. Sir, you can't have your shirt off, sir. Sorry. What? I'll put him back on. Everybody knew me while at the casino already. Marvin, Leary Silver. It was at Main Street Station. Downtown. Marvin Harrison, Green Ice. insert. No, dude, this was at the craps table. Security swarmed me. It was hilarious. I took off my shirt and I was like, yeah! 3 securities came from the entrance. And Main Street's a small casino, mind you. The craps table is probably like 50 to 80 feet from one of the entrance doors. So normally there's security there, right? The 2 security guards from there and the other security by the slot section came running towards me. I don't know if they thought I was like drunk or something. I think that's what they thought I was. Because they came running. And the pit boss them knew me, so they kind of backed them off. So all the pit bosses were cool with me, and all the dealers are like, oh no, he's cool. He's not drunk, he doesn't drink. I was like, nope. He's just excited, don't do it again, okay. Neighbors. Dickerson. Hammer Face. The Tribal Slot Chief. Byron Murphy on the checkerboard. I have such a hard time like deciding. Once I decide on one, it's great. Jordan Jefferson gets 25 in Blez Bucks credits. Jordan Jefferson. Some of these might be other spots, guys. Levis checkerboard. It's a nice silver of Neighbors. Bonix base. Green ice insert on the prismatic. Let's do one more. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up going with like Hammer Vision or Handpay Hammer. Or Hammer and Cheese. Those are like the top 3. Hammer and Cheese, Bonix base. Hammer and Cheese would be like the best matching me. Handpay Hammer would be the best matching audience. And Lloyd on the checkerboard. Hammer Vision would be like the best of both worlds, I feel like. So it's kind of like, I'm caught in between there. Caleb Green Ice. Hammer's W2Gs. Something I don't like, ever. Hammer D slots. You know what's funny about that? Torio, St. Louis. The funny part about that, my mom's nickname was D-E-E. So it's kind of funny. That would, people that knew my family and knows me would actually understand why I would do it. Miles Sanders, probably others, Carolina. That's not bad at all. Hammer D. Would it just be Hammer D's? Or would it have to be Hammer D slots? Quasi Hammer. Kool-Aid. Gus Edwards, checkerboard. Come on, we gotta hit a big green ice. Excuse me. Emma's $10.99. Nah, bro, it's cool. You know what? You know what's the coolest thing? And I think a lot of you guys, we've talked about this already. It was cool the fact that like just over the past weekend, I don't gamble this much typically. I really don't. You can ask anyone. It's, you know, it's far and few in between. Sometimes I go gambling at the grocery store. Some of you guys might have seen my videos. But it was cool because like a lot of the small tips that I was kind of, there was a lot of verbiage. There was a lot going on my Instagram stories. Trust me. There was a lot going on. I get it. But there was, I've had at least like, call it 12 people. I've had 12 people reach out to me straight up, and they were like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, thanks for explaining the craps. Oh, what is the difference between buy and placing on the bets? What does the pass line mean? Oh, I didn't realize it looked so confusing because everything's a side bet. Now that you said it, it makes a lot more sense. Like, it was kind of cool. Like, to me, I thought it was common knowledge. I'm really finding out it's not as common as I thought it was. Pokies. Interesting. Did not know that's what you call slots down under. Yeah, craps was my first tried and true fun game. Even before blackjack and roulette, it was always craps. First game I played ever when I was 18 or 19 on the boat cruise, craps. Oh, that's why you said that. Yes. So you guys remember, the picture. I was in the bathrobe, butt naked. Went down to the craps table. Nobody said otherwise. The dealer's name was Ramona from Romania. Her name was Ramona from Romania. Ramona, Ramona, from Romania. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot. Yeah, I was that guy. I was definitely that guy. During one of my cousin's grad parties, we were at the beach camping, and it was like, it was like 14 of the boys, couple of the girls was over there like that. But obviously we had all the parents and stuff, and we're 18, 17, 18 years old, so you can't sleep alone in the tent with girls. Blah 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 blah. First night. First person to jump naked in the water, you gotta put your surf shorts on your head. I was the first guy in the water, of course. All right, first half done. Let's go. I appreciate all you guys' help and the feedback on the slots, though, and everything. That's cool. Zay Flowers on the checkerboard. Huff and Hammer. Huff and Puff Ham. I love Huff and Puff, but I'll never play it. Dallas Turner on the green ice. Insert. Silver of Tyreek. Nice Keon on the checkerboard. Cousin Tua. I honestly appreciate it. Like, trust me, I'm very, very, very particular. If you know me as a person outside of this, look at everything. Like, look at this, Harrison, real quick, before we go on. Like, look at this. Like, I'm particular. I need everything. Everything has a place. Like, I need everything in certain places. Like, I'm very, very, very. Oh. No. Ah! I broke it. No. There you go. Marshawn Nealon on a green ice. I think this is another other spot on the Nealon. I could be mistaken, but I think it is on the others. For $25. Bryce Young. Was Eckler. Hey, I trust me, Turner. I've said this before. I said it earlier today. I don't know if you were here. Thrash. Once I find a Dragon Link that's paying, I can milk the shit out of it. Xavier Worthy, I can milk that thing like bone dry, and I can make sure that that thing won't pay out. The problem is finding them. Because in order for me to find the one that pays out, you have to invest minimum a few $100s. And again, remember, you got to invest to even see if it's paying out. That's the hard part. So you got to withstand that swing. So long as you can withstand that swing, you're golden. Oh, exactly, yes. I enjoy it. There's not a channel I really don't really enjoy watching, but I only watch it to watch the new games because I don't play the new games. Another Bo Nix base. Kool-Aid on the checkerboard. Pearsall. Brian Thomas. Green ice insert. Ah. Brian Thomas. Come on, I need a nice Daniels. Cousins. McCaffrey. Drake May on the green ice insert. Finally, some Drake May for you. Neighbors again on the base. Humphrey. Oh, that's got to be another other spot. That's crazy. That has to be another other spot, guys. That's crazy. That got you $25. Winslow. Guys, if you're out there, though, thank you guys all for your help and recommendations and everything else. Not that I'm familiar with AC. I don't have the player list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish breaking and then I'll announce it at the end of the break as I go through the list. So I'll announce who got what and vice versa. Yeah, there's 3 checkerboards in this. The red and black checkerboards are not available in this product, in this Prizm retail over the counter. Three boxes left. Good luck. Come on, let's see an auto or something. We need some big QBs. We need some big QBs. Nice Terry Bradshaw. JJ. Andy Reid. Downs on the checkerboard. Marvin Green Ice. And a Caleb Williams base. Some of these cards look faded. Nice. What product did you hit it from, Corey? Oh. Dr. Tiernan, there's a good one. That might take care of most of the spot price, especially if it gems. Silver True of Bo Nix. That's a beauty. That's all we gotta see. We gotta see some big QBs and some big name colors. Puka! It's my cousin. That's a nice one. Dan Marino on the green ice. He might have his own spot. I don't think he's in others. Lloyd. And Brendan Aubrey. Second year checkerboard for the boys. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Bo Nixes, the exactly. I agree with that 100%. Yes, they do look really good. Last 2 boxes. Good luck. Oh, Rogers, that would be cool. I was gonna. One of my Mrs. Hammer, or my brother-in-law, I should say. He does some of it. I was gonna try and f around with like Photoshop and stuff. I'm not good with Photoshop. I was gonna, if I knew somebody that could just, make me a cool little logo as I say that, there's a beauty. We needed one in this break. This break really started to heat up towards the second half. Nice Penix on the checkerboard. Beautiful. JJ, Purdy. There's Hamir Gibbs. Yeah, guys, take your 2s. The other spot shouldn't be sitting there. Gorm, from what we're seeing now, the other spot really shouldn't be sitting there. Every break, we're giving away $250 minimum in bounties. That is beyond massive. That is crazy. This second half is insane. JJ True Green Ice. And I can tell you, of the hundreds and hundreds of boxes that we did of this product, that's my first JJ. Green Ice True for $25. That's probably one you might want to grade, guys. DeJean. The QBs are coming out now, guys. The QBs are coming out. Boo, not that guy. Need a Daniels. One box left. We need a Daniels. Need a Daniels. Need a Daniels. Need a Daniels. Montana's pretty sick too. Lots of QBs in this last half. Last couple boxes. Prescott. Silver of Amon-Ra St. Brown. There's a Daniels finally. And our last bounty is Hines Ward. Believe that would be the other's Pittsburgh spot. Barner checkerboard. That was our little 10-box break. Take your twos. That was solid. That second half really lit up. Autos are really, really hard to get in this, guys. So if we hit some, it is a bonus. Autos aren't easy to hit in this. But when we hit them, it's always great. What's up, Blez Fam? You guys just had a crazy earthquake in San Diego. That doesn't sound good. Wow, that's pretty sizable. All right. Let's recap it, guys. If there's anyone that wants any kind of grading like that, let me know. Balraj and Nick, I got you guys on your grading orders. Perfect. Yep, so usually, Balraj, if you do hit something and you want us to grade it, usually right during the recap is the best time for us. Because, you know, as we're organizing it right now for the recap, you could tell us and I could literally just put it to the side. Like that. Versus sometimes when I'm mid-break, I still got a case and sleeve and everything like that. Mango, are you out there, Mango? I forgot to give you $15. JP Mango, you didn't remind me. See, look, I forgot to give JP Mango $15. That's why I tell you guys to remind me, because most times I do forget. Not that I want to forget. I just forget. Hispanic checkerboard. Getting bounties. McCarthy bounty. Ward bounty. Marino bounty. Humphrey bounty. 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 Bounty quicker picker upper. Jordan Travis to grading. Saquon is a bounty and also going to grading. That was Prizm player break, 10 bucks, number 1. Congrats, guys. Nice way to end that case for sure.